This is my 1.5 year house avocado tree, and as you can see, it is flowering, flowering. This can only happen if when you plant very superior trees, or when you graft from a very superior mother tree. The trees that we grafted from is almost 20 to 30-year-old house avocado tree, and as you can see, almost one and a half year old later, one and a half year later, sorry, we have very good results. So this also happens because of good nutrition. We constantly do manure and take care of it organically. So at this point, we are going to spray a fruit and flower and boron and zinc to prevent the fruits from abortion. And also I'm going to do a bit of top dressing with a good fertilizer from here, this end upper, and then we're also going to top up with a wheelbarrow of manure, well-dried manure when it's dry, and then constantly as it's in the middle of summer, we do irrigation, so it constantly gets good water, like it's irrigated like 3 times a week. So I'm gonna show you another tree which is the same. I think no, we have the other batches. Also the other batches, I don't know if you can see them. We have one there, we have another one there, and this is these trees are also were planted the same day, if I'm not wrong. But now we had shade upper. We had shade that was blocking the sun, so that these ones have been left behind kidogo. But now we're clearing the trees. We are clearing the trees, and on this end we are pruning them, not clearing them, pruning them, so that we can let you can see we're pruning the trees so that we can let the light in, the sun rays to hit the plant. As you can see, that the tree is showing us that it's very happy, it's healthy, the leaves are healthy, it has new shoots and new stems, and I can guarantee you in about 5 years or 3 years from now, this will be one of our best performing trees. And now from this tree we can graft other trees, because now we've identified this tree, and the other one also is also flowering. We've identified this tree as a very good source of science. So that's your tip for today. So if you're planning on doing house avocado, work on your lighting. Yeah, let me show you a good example. You see, also this one, same age, but it's not performing as the other one. So let me show you a tree that had been blocked from the sun completely. This one, see, it's performing very badly. So this one had a lot of shade up, easy. See, we're clearing for it, and had a lot of shade. So now, but it will catch up. We've done a bit of comfrey. Comfrey is a very good source for what a plant needs. We're doing the mulching we do with comfrey, and yeah, so this one will need a lot of care. Will need to be sprayed. We also need to be top dressed and be given proper manure and watering. But it's in luck, because now we're preparing our shamba to plant other things, and yeah, so in due time we'll come visit the tree, see how it's doing. But I'm sure in about just a short time it is going to recover, because now it has good sun. See, it was even bending to where the sun was coming from. So in due time it is going to recover. So that's your tip for today, and thanks a lot for watching. And we're back in the farm, doing a lot of work. You see, a lot of work as we prepare for the December season. So like we said, farming is all about timing, man. So you see, it's not even August, and we're already thinking of December, because that's when you, as a farmer, you need to have a plan so that you make some money. So we are now pushing for, we're going to plant in August. So that's when we're getting ready. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, but hopefully we have a bit, like a couple of weeks to to planting date so that we time it properly, so that at least in December, when and everyone is breaking for holidays and the prices are impressive, and also like we're also aware that we're going to have a lot of sun in December, November, October. So when the rains fail in November, okay, I'm not I'm not pessimistic, but science is telling us that in November, October, we expect La Nina. So, as expected, we planned our farm to expect El Nino. Remember, we had talked about El Nino before. We're also expecting La Nina. So, you have to be smart. You have to use technology to help you in your farming. As we plant for that season when there's going to be a lot of sun, so a lot of farmers are not going to be able to produce. So that means whoever is going to plant properly, their season is going to be very, very, very lucrative. So uh, money awaits us ahead. So we start now. We start planning, proper planning, and we start planning for things that people need a lot, which are vegetables, which are horticultural crops, and yeah. So we do things that we are going to plan for things that don't take a lot of time to grow, and also like we can cash in when the prices are good. Same thing is happening to onions. Remember, rule of the thumb is always in business or in farming. What I've learned over time is that uh, when the prices are very good, it's time to stay away from that product or that produce or that whatever plant. It's because like now you see what's happening to the onion market is that the prices went to about 250, some even 300 kg per kg, and they made a lot of money. People had it made a good money. And as Kenyans, you know what we usually do? We rush to where the money is at the moment. And they went and planted. Um, they went and planted onions. Okay, so the onion market. Two things I've learned over time is that please stay away from rain-fed. When everyone is when it's rain-fed, then everyone is farming. So that means when everyone is harvesting, there's a lot of produce. Okay, so when everyone is farming, I usually stay away. Like you see me when it's time for long rains, I usually plant maize. I do my crop rotation then. Why? Because the cost of production for everyone is very low. So everyone is planting ho-hos. Everyone is going to plant tomatoes. Tomatoes fetch good money around May, because now a lot of the tomatoes now are they're affected by rain. But you see, everything else after that floods the market. Okay, so between July and August, the prices are pathetic, very bad prices for crops. So that time I usually do maize, and this maize, the maize I usually plant maize. I have a lot of maize. I don't know if you can see. The whole farm is full of maize mpaka huko chini, and so now when the maize, I stay away from that season, and then when it's time to when you get to August, when everyone now is not able to farm because now it's sunny, and most people don't use irrigation. Now me, that's when I kick in, because now me, I farm using irrigation. Okay, so that means in September and November, if you're able to like push through September, October, and then you harvest around November, December, then you get very good prices for your produce. Okay, but now this year it's different because science tells us that this year we're going to have La Nina, like we predicted that we were going to have El Nino. Then science is telling us that in the coming by October we're going to have we're going to have La Nina. So as a smart farmer, what do? You start planning for that, because La Nina means a lot of sun. So start thinking of how you're going to irrigate your crops, how you're going to mulch them, and how are you going to make good use of the prevailing circumstances to propel you to make good yields, to get good yields from your farm. And the only way you can do that is plant early, so that in between like the next 2 months you plant in batches. So we're also planting in September. We're planting in August, and also we're going to plant in September before the before the sun sets in. And that means that when the sun sets in, our crops will have already survived when that season, when it's very they lose very little water with proper mulching. So so that's the plan. We are looking forward to, we are preparing for December, and starting December going even back, I think March, May. Of course, March has very good prices, and May is so good for tomatoes. But now the conditions will be different. There'll be a lot of sun, and when the rain, like I said, the rain is like, I'm not very pessimistic, but science is telling us that the rains that we expect, short rains that we expect around November, are going to fail. And when they fail, there's going to be a lot of crop failure everywhere in the country. And when there's crop failure, and the sun has already started by then, right now, we have crop failure in Nakuru, those areas where they plant maize. The rain failed to show up on time, so most of the fields have dried up. So it's time to plan properly, not just plan. You need to plan properly, and once you plan properly, then yeah, you expect good returns. So irrigation is the way to go. If you're able to irrigate your farm. Here it even rained yesterday, so we are lucky. Here. We're in the highlands, of Kiambu. This is our dwarf papaya tree, which is not doing so well. This is called because we had maize here. We had maize that affected it, and there was a lot of pests. There were a lot of pests. Also, papayas don't do well during rainy season. And so, but it's going to improve. We're going to do a bit of fertilization. We've already done manure, a lot of it, and then covered with comfrey. Comfrey is going to help with the soil. So yeah, so we are planning. We have this is intercropping. Like if you've watched our videos, you know that this is the avocados are our long-term game. So we have avocados all over the farm, and this is what is going to make us our retirement money. Everyone is saying, oh, avocados are going to become like coffee, or blah blah blah. Oh, shut up, man. So you wait, hatujafika future. So when that happens in the future, at least we tried to kujaribu kuset, like we tried to do something for our futures. So when we're old and we can no longer hustle in Nairobi, so when we retire, cheza Nairobi, piga mzinga kabisa Nairobi, we'll see what happens. And yeah, so we tuna set bets so that when we retire, at least we'll have something to do when we are old. Okay, when we can no longer, we'll have some income in the farm. So if you can have like 500 trees, I mean, that's good money, I mean, per season. Even now, but then by the time you're retiring, you'll have, no one knows about the future. The only thing we can do is prepare for the future, and that's what we are doing. So that's your daily rant for the day, and we're just having a conversation, man. Don't take it personal, man. We're just saying, plan your future. I mean, if you plan on being here for a long time. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.